All right, we'll resume the City Council meeting with item 10A. Once again, receive a report on the well 15 replacement project and authorize design of proposed test well at the Acapella site and an optional test well at the Commodore Park site. Staff report, please.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the Council. The City currently receives water from 3 supply sources: the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission, a small portion from the North Coast County Water District, and local groundwater through 5 production wells. Well 15, located at Commodore Park, has been out of service since 2010 and is a significant source of the city's water production. Over the past few years, the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission has significantly raised its water rates, and their rates are projected to continue to rise in the future. These escalating costs are passed through to San Bruno water customers. It is important for City to maintain a balance between city water production and purchased water from the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission to control costs, maintain redundancy, and flexibility of service. In September 2010, the City performed a site analysis and the selection criteria for the relocation of well 15. 6 potential well sites were evaluated and ranked according to geologic conditions, proximity to other wells, and known contamination sites. 2 sites were found to be most suitable for a new well: Commodore Park and Archstone Apartments. These 2 sites are located on the north side of 380 between El Camino Real and 280. The Commodore Park site location is currently used as a dog park. The dog park is located on the east side of the Commodore Park, near the existing well 15 building, and is a popular area frequented by dog owners. The Acapella site is approximately 700 feet northeast of well 15 and is near Archstone Apartments. This location is over a deeper portion of the underground aquifer than the Commodore Park, and is expected to have a higher production rate of water. However, it is also anticipated that manganese treatment will be required for the Acapella site. Based on this information, a 30-year life cycle cost analysis was performed comparing a production well at the Acapella site versus the Commodore Park site. It was concluded that the higher cost of manganese filtration equipment and operation at the Acapella site would be offset by the requirement to purchase more water from the SFPUC due to the lower production rate at the Commodore Park site. The Acapella site would have lower life cycle costs of approximately $1.6 billion over a 30-year period. Prior to design and construction of a production well facility, a test well must be installed to verify the viability of a specific site. The test well will provide important information for the production well design, such as production rate, water quality, and geologic conditions. The well 15 replacement project is planned to be completed by 2016. Extensive community outreach will be conducted prior to the start of the test well drilling to include impacted stakeholders, neighbors, and other interested parties at either of the 2 sites. Staff is recommending to solicit bids for 1 test well at the Acapella location, with the Commodore Park location as a bid alternate. If results are favorable at the Acapella site, only 1 test well would be required, with a potential savings of $75,000 to $100,000. If results are not favorable, the City would exercise the bid option of drilling a 2nd test well at the Commodore site. The design of a 2nd test well option is approximately $2,500. It is recommended that Council authorize the design of a proposed test well at the Acapella site and the design of an optional test well at the Commodore Park site. Alternatives would include the design and installation of 2 wells together. The location of the final production well would be constructed at the test well site with potentially higher yield and water quality. Another alternative would be to design and award a construction contract for a test well at the Commodore Park site as the base bid, and a test well at the Acapella site as an optional bid item. This concludes my presentation. If you have any questions, please ask.
Good. Any questions? Ken?
You say if you do the Acapella site test well and you have favorable results, what are you trying to accomplish from the data of the test well? Because what I'm thought is how are you going to confirm your data as far as gallons per minute and
Correct. We confirmed the actual water production capability of the site, the water quality of the site, and the treatments that may be required, as well as the stratification of the geologic layers in order for the screening design of the production well.
Can you explain a little bit about pros and cons of having excessive levels of manganese and having to treat that?
Well, manganese requires special filtration equipment and a higher capital cost to install that equipment. So the actual production well facility will be larger and require more maintenance to replace and maintain the filtration system.
Is related to water quality.
Correct.
So the filtering and taking care of that will get it to a level as if there was no,
Correct.
as if it was in another site. Okay.
Good. Anything else? No? Action by the council?
I do have one last question, if I could. So if you're saying that well 15 has been out of operation now for 3 years, so what is our percentage? I mean, we've been led to believe that we're 50-50 of, produced water and then purchased water. So can you give us an idea of what the value of having well 15 out of service now for 3 years?
It's still been approximately 50-50, between 45 and 50% city-produced water to San Francisco purchased water. Having well 15 in service, well 15 will provide approximately 25% of our produced water, and that will give us the flexibility to shut down wells at times for maintenance and still maintain a higher rate of production.
Thank you. Do you have anything else?
I was just going to.
Okay.
I was just going to say it also gives us more reliability or more access to water during a drought time when San Francisco PUC might cut back on water available to us. So we'd have our own source, so we wouldn't feel the pinch as much, which is another piece of it.
And we still have a restriction as to how much we can pump. Is that true? I mean,
Correct.
We can't just have five wells going full force. Getting us over 50%.
Based on our agreement with SFPUC, our maximum yearly production should be in average up to 2.1 MGD a year.
So if there's no other questions, I'd like to approve the recommendation. Oops, it's a resolution.
Make a motion.
Let me find the resolution.
Make a motion to authorize.
Thank you. Okay. I adopt the resolution.
It's not a resolution.
Vice Mayor O'Connell.
Aye.
Councilmember Medina.
Aye.
Councilmember Ibarra.
Aye.
Councilmember Salazar.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.